Hi, it's Jake. Can you do me a favor and listen to this song? Thank you. Now do me another favor and listen to this song. I don't know about you, but did you notice any similarities between the two? Some may even say they were exactly the same. But what's with that? I mean, someone wouldn't just go on the internet and steal, would they? Unfortunately, I'm here to report they would in fact do exactly that. Today, we're going to be looking into Chinese music artist Jincheng Zhang. Jincheng Zhang is someone who, against better judgment, decided it would be a good idea to upload non-copyrighted music as his own on the internet. Before getting too deep into this, I'd like to give a shout out to our copyright and the Everybody Wiki for documenting a lot of this information and making this video very easy to create. Without further ado, let's get into the man of the hour himself.
Let's go!
So, some of you may be asking, how do you find out about this guy in the first place? Well, many users cite having their first introduction with this person through using apps like SoundHound or Shazam. We'll get more into that in a second here, but my introduction to his music was actually a little bit different. You see, me and my friends every year, we like to do a collaborative playlist where we all add songs that we like to the playlist so that when we're hanging out, we can listen to music together. Let's just say one day my friends wanted to do a little bit of trolling.
We like to troll. We like to go the night before one of their primaries. We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
And they stumbled upon his music and decided, hell, why not add 4 albums to our playlist? For the time being though, that was mostly it. He became a meme in our friend group, and I didn't think much more of him until I looked him up again today. You see, I was listening to that playlist again today, and of course, with it on shuffle, who do I stumble upon but the man himself? And I decided today I was going to get to the bottom of this and do a little deep diving. In the past, I've been familiar with similar bloat artists who like to just upload an absolute shitload of music just hoping that somebody will click some of it.
Jake.
But I think our boy Jincheng here is just slightly a different breed. So, as I mentioned previously in the video, Jincheng got his notoriety on the internet for re-uploading non-copyright music as his own. Rightfully so, a lot of people on the internet were in fact very mad about this because if you don't know, copyright law is in fact very strict. For the most part nowadays, you can get away with having music in the background of your videos. However, if you want to monetize them in any sort of way, that's not going to happen. This is where non-copyrighted music comes in and is a real big saving grace to content creators. It's really simple. All they ask is that you give them credit in the description, and you can use their music, and you can monetize your videos. Anyone see a problem here? You see, it wasn't a hard thing to do what Jincheng did, and take all the music and upload it as his own. But what's the consequence of that? When people go looking for this music, they aren't going to find the people who actually made the music. They are going to find Jincheng instead. And those people who worked and actually did something to create the music aren't going to get their fair credit. And even more so, if you are just a genuine content creator using some of these sounds, you might be under the false impression that Jincheng actually did make this music and be giving credit to that wrong person. Ultimately, it's just very scummy behavior. Now, thankfully, I can say he did not get away with this. That being said though, it wasn't without a valiant effort because you can check on the Everybody Wiki right now. They've actually compiled a list of all the songs that he's re-uploaded with different titles, and it's extensive. With that being said though, most streaming services have already pulled a good majority of his music. However, you can still find scattered re-uploads on YouTube to this day. Meanwhile, Jincheng is on full damage control. He's going out of his way to delete any comments that are any bit negative towards him. And furthermore, he's also deleting any comments that go out of their way to give credit to the people who actually made the music. Now, I know I just said streaming services pulled a majority of his music. Why didn't they pull all of it? Well, oh boy, I'm gonna need you to strap in for this one. This is where I think this story actually takes a much more interesting turn than you'd think. I mentioned bloat artists before. I say this because I think Jincheng is some sort of hybrid of a thief and a bloat artist. You see, Jincheng has been hard at work for years, actually putting out hundreds of original songs himself. What do these songs sound like, you might ask? Well, take a listen. Now, this was my first introduction to his music. You see, my friends didn't add the nice sounding music that he took from other artists. No, they added the horrible sounding music that he made himself. I cannot begin to express how painful this music is to listen to. And in that playlist I mentioned before, I actually have one friend who had the power in him to sit through all of it, including those 4 albums. I certainly don't want to encourage anybody to go out and check out his music because of everything he's done. However, if you're really curious, check it out on Spotify. You might want to turn on your private session though. Now, I know it's fun to sit here and laugh, horrible music, haha. Is his music bad? Yes. Is stealing non-copyrighted music and uploading it as your own bad? Also yes. Now, suppose you were a struggling artist who's been putting in work for years on your music and you don't quite feel you're getting the attention you deserve. What kind of lengths would you go to try to get that attention? Stream botting? View botting? It's what a lot of people turn to. I'd like to pretend that all of this is just one giant act of desperation to get people to check out his music. Unfortunately though, new developments make me think otherwise. You see, usually when someone feels bad about something, they'll accept the responsibility for their actions. But boy oh boy, no, that is not what our boy Jincheng did today, because he deflected. You see, in July of 2021, Jincheng would go on to hijack the Everybody Wiki page for himself and changed it to be overwhelmingly positive. Add this on top of the fact that he's scrubbing comments from all of his videos. I don't think we have an innocent man here. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to make that decision for you. I'm gonna leave that up to you to decide. I just wanted to document this real quick because it's something that I see a lot of presence of on the internet, but I don't see anybody really talking about it besides these closed circles. I'd have to imagine there's more of you out there that have stumbled upon this man's music before and are just wondering, what the hell is this? And I hope I was able to provide some more context into it. Oh boy! So that's been our quick little listen on Jincheng Zhang. Did you learn anything? If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more content like this, please like and hit the subscribe button, as well as leave any suggestions down in the comments for me or any topics you'd like me to cover. I appreciate you watching this far. Take care, have a good day, good night, and love.